Hello, denizens of the internet. Well, today is another episode in Using 3D to Make Life Better. Hello, internet denizens. Well, as you know, life is filled with all sorts of little adventures and problems and things like that, and I have found that with the 3D printer that I bought my son almost a year ago now, and he's been a 3D maven, let me tell you, we have been solving all sorts of interesting problems around the house by printing up little 3D parts to solve them, which is really cool. The problem that I was trying to solve was how to get better sound into this camera. Now, right now I'm using my old camera and it's got my run-and-gun shotgun microphone, and this is what I've been using, but the problem is that in a room like this, without any kind of sound deadening insulation, it sounds kind of boomy and it doesn't, sound as good as I want it to sound. Now, I did some testing and my shotgun microphone that I have right here sounded way better, and I'm going to start using this, more when I'm shooting my videos in this room. But the problem is that it uses an XLR cable to connect to audio devices. The problem is that this camera does not have any kind of input. So how do I get XLR sound into this camera? Well, it's very easy. I get a device like this little BeachTek device. It's not the top of the line one, but it's good enough because it doesn't have any kind of power, but the preamp in this works just fine, and the limiter works great. So all I needed to do was get this cable into this camera. I use this. Now normally I would just attach it to the bottom of the camera. The problem is that this big buggery thing covers up the battery cover. Now, I don't shoot a lot of video, and the battery lasts a good 2.5 hours with constant 4K shooting. But the issue is that if I run out, I got to unscrew this and to get to the battery plate. Now, even worse, to compound the issue, is that here's my tripod quick mount. It has to go on here. So if I need to change the battery, I got to take this off, and this at least has a little hand doobie thingy. This one here, I got to use a coin or a screwdriver. Pain in the ass. I saw that the G85 has got its own special custom XLR device that fits on the hot shoe. Well, why can't I fit my BeachTek on the hot shoe? So why can't I just print a little 3D doobie to, attach to this hot shoe here, and, a screw mount here? So I will go online, find a cover plate for the hot shoe, find the 3D screw for this, and it's going to be pretty standard because it's just the tripod screw, merge them together using Tinkercad, and we'll print it up, and let's give it a try. Now the fun part starts. We get all the 3D parts and we put them together. So I'm going to Thingiverse here to search for the pieces that we need. I tend to work with pre-made parts because that's way easier, and because I'm lazy in using Blender. So let's go to camera. I've already searched for this. Camera hot shoe cover. There we go. Search, and here we have one right here. This is a Canon hot shoe cover, but all hot shoes are the same dimension. Doesn't really matter. So I'm going to download this STL file. Now let's search for tripod. If I can spell it correctly. There we go. Type tripod screw. Let's grab that. This one's too big. This one's going to require mucking about. And so this one will do just nicely. Just the right size. I'm going to download the screw. And you can assemble everything here in Tinkercad. This is my favorite piece of online 3D software. So first I'm going to do is create new design. Here's my plane. Let's import our first object, the cover. Just drag and drop. Here's the cover.stl file. And I will include links to all of these. There we go. Look at that, 3D. I'm already on my way to becoming a Toy Story level 3D. Well, no, not really. Anyway, so there's the cover. Let's add the screw. Again, these come down as zip files. I unzip them, and here we go. The tripod screw STL file. I'm importing that. And there we go, we're done. Well, no, not really. This is not going to work particularly well. I don't think. Well, obviously we have to reorient this screw. So let's go ahead and do that. First thing I'm going to do is click on orthographic view, then change the plane. This will work just fine, this view. Now I need to rotate this screw around. I just click on the screw, click on the rotate arrow, rotate this 90 degrees, and there we go, done. Well, no, not really. You can see that a chunk of this screw is below this plane. I'm going to reorient things, and now I'm going to click on the screw, and using the vertical move tool, just move this up. So now it's matching the bottom on the plane, and we're pretty much done. The last thing I need to do is merge these two objects. I'm going to click on the screw, click on the base there, and group them. So now we're done. Just for fun, let's switch to perspective view. Pretty neat. Now, last thing to do is to export this as a .stl file, hand it off to my son, who will print it up, and let's see if it works. Okay, so here's the little 3D doobie that we printed up, that my son printed up. Let's see how it works. So the first thing we're going to do is put it into the hot shoe. Okay, that part worked. Look at that. That's really, really tight. Nice fitting. And let's see how the threads work. Wow, look at that. Voila. Let's attach it. Woo! That looks pro, doesn't it? And it cleans up the bottom. I no longer have to worry about that. I can attach my audio cable here to here. Okay, done. Let's put in the XLR cable because you want to see the complete experience. There we are. Done. Now I'll be able to put better sound into my audio, into my videos, using this setup here. Because you know why? Why? Because I love you people, and I want to give you the very best experience I possibly can. That's why I went to all this trouble. So long, Internet denizens. This has been another episode of Living Better Through 3D Printing. Do you think I would have left you hanging without listening to the difference between this shotgun microphone and the sound that has preceded this video after all that BeachTek foo-for-all? Of course not. It's for all you patient people, just like a Marvel movie where they leave the Easter eggs to the very end. So now you can listen to the difference of the audio using this shotgun microphone that I'm using right now compared to what has transpired earlier. You can rewind, be kind. We'll talk to you later, Internet denizens.